From an innocent superhero to a pair of bootlegging twins in the vampiric South, leading to his first Oscar win for one of the most awarded films of the season, we are in a new season of Oscar Rewind, and today I am looking at 20th Century Fox's original superhero tale, 2012's Chronicle. Written by Max Landis, based on a story by him and the film's director Josh Trank, Chronicle was a surprise hit that built on several genres in unexpected ways. What's up, everybody? Cinephile Mike here, and it is season 3 of Oscar Rewind, where I am looking back on the films of the past year's Oscar nominees and winners. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of these throwbacks. We've got some good ones coming. We are in chapter 1 of this year's Rewind, entitled Before the Oscar. I'm looking at the early work of the individuals who won the biggest prizes this year: picture, directing, acting, and writing. Today I start with the first of the 4 performances and look at one of the earliest films of Best Actor Michael B. Jordan, who has since played heroes, villains, and everything in between. If you've never seen this one, here's the quick spoiler-free setup. Set in Seattle, Andrew, played by Dane DeHaan, is a bullied teen, not just by his peers, but also by his abusive father. His mother is sick with cancer, and his only friend is his cousin Matt, played by Alex Russell. Encouraged by Matt's girlfriend to start capturing his life on film, Andrew does so. And then one night at a party, popular jock Steve, played by Jordan, and friends with Matt, convinces Andrew to come look at a pit that they discovered in the woods. Upon investigating it, the three see a glowing, crystal-like object, and before they know it, well, it's the next day. Slowly, the three begin to discover that they have gained powers from whatever was in that pit. Strength, telekinesis, flight. They become a trio of supermen, and the use of powers becomes entertaining. But some take to this better than others. And, it's all fun and games and pranks, but, Spider-Man, great power. Not everyone in the trio manages this the same way, and when the pranks start to turn deadly, our trio is put into some life-altering circumstances. Chronicle's fascinating, because while at first it seems like just another found footage film, we'd already seen this ad nauseum at this point, Paranormal Activity franchise, Cloverfield, Blair Witch. This film actually upped the stakes by being more character-driven with a stronger narrative structure. The events we see are not just here to shock or scare, although there are some great jaw-dropping moments, but really to show the impact of this discovery on the trio of teens looking for acceptance, as well as learning how to accept what's happening to them. Landis and Trank prove adept storytellers here, delivering a tight story that runs under 90 minutes. It doesn't need to be any longer. There's even a slightly longer director's cut, but it's still under 90 minutes. Our trio of actors, all fairly early in their careers, turn in solid work. DeHaan has a quiet energy that, when it explodes, you feel the impact. Russell is the calm, middling force in the trio who delivers his dialogue with emotion and confidence. And we see the swagger that Jordan has built into some fine performances we've seen in various films over his career. I'm going to dig a little deeper into Jordan's performance now instead of later. It's clear that this man, even from here, was meant to be a star, right? The smile, the confidence, the swagger, everything works for him. It's hard to say too much without spoiling this film, but his performance is enjoyable, and I have to say the win for Sinners, while he was not my number one choice to win, sorry, I was pulling for Ethan Hawke, but it shows the growth that he's had over the 2 decades he's been working in the industry. As we follow this trio on their exploits, they all present energetic teens who have just received one of the greatest gifts that many of us hoped to have when we were teenagers, right? Especially those of my generation. We all want to be in the X-Men. Visually, the found footage works, and cinematographer Matthew Jensen turns in some solid work that showed he had an eye for the action. He would go on to shoot both Wonder Woman films, Trank's Fantastic Four reboot, and episodes of True Blood and Game of Thrones. The home camera feel makes some of the amazing visual effects really make you stop and ask, how the hell did they do that on their budget? Also, films like this, the found footage are made or broken based on the editing, and Elliot Greenberg, he keeps this action moving. Having previous experience with found footage on Quarantine and spoof movies like Extreme Movie, he helps create those amazing illusions, again, where we aren't quite sure how they were captured, and we get just the right breaks in the action to make the audience wish we had more of what happened in between. As for box office and awards, after its run, Chronicle was a massive success, making $64,575,175 domestically, $62,060,922 internationally, for a worldwide take of $126,636,097. Not bad against a reported $15 million budget. Critically, the film was well received, 85% tomato meter from 187 reviews, 72% on the popcorn meter from over 100,000 audience reviews. A small showing awards-wise with under a dozen nods and wins. Some highlights include Trank being nominated for Best Feature Debut by the Online Film and Television Association. There was a Dorian nomination for Unsung Film of the Year, and a Best Science Fiction Film nod from the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films. Also, at the Golden Schmoes Award, Dahan won for Best Breakthrough Performance of the Year. A film that truly entertains, Chronicle is a strong 4-star film. If you haven't seen this one or are inspired to do a rewatch, both the theatrical and director's cuts are available to stream on HBO Max. I think I'm going to go watch that director's cut while it's fresh in my head. And that's it for episode 4 of season 3 of Oscar Rewind. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Hey, which superpower would you most like to have? Please follow me on all social media platforms and Letterboxd, and check out my website for more cinematic content. I'll see you for the next rewind, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.